Capricorn, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energy, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. Now, I sure appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really makes a difference to my channel, and I would love to see my channel continue to grow. So help me make that happen. But let's see what's going on for all of my Capricorns for the next 7 to 10 days. Grateful, thankful for the messages always. So you have the Eight of Pentacles upside down to the Death card. So listen, a cycle that you are involved in needs to come to an end. And I think you see that it is coming to an end. You know, especially with the Eight of Pentacles. If you have been trying to make something work and it's not working, I think you're at that point where it's like, maybe it's time to just kind of let it go. Who am I fooling, right? We've got the Ace of Swords above you. I just feel like, you know, the reality and the practicality of a situation that you are dealing with, you know, needs to really be looked at. I mean, here you are in the recent past coming out as the Queen of Swords. You know, you're very clear, you're very direct. I think you see things as they are. You are yielding a sword. And here in this Death card, there is you over here with this sword, you know, just hanging on to something. And I think you're at that point where it's just like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done at this job. You know, it could be a work situation, something that you just don't want to do anymore. All right. And here we do have the Ten of Swords also coming in. So I think mentally you are really ready to bring something to a close, bring something to an end, because, you know, here you are in the energy of the Sun card and it is upside down. And whenever I see the Sun card come in upside down, it almost tells me, like, on the outside, you know, you don't want people to know really how disturbed you are on the inside, all right? And I just feel like there is a situation you have been putting up with. All right, and I say putting up with because we have the Six of Wands here reversed. We have the Seven of Wands also coming in reversed. So it's like you haven't really said anything, but I think you're over it. All right, honestly. With the Seven of Wands, you know, coming in reverse, this is a situation where you just don't feel like there's any more point in trying to defend something that isn't worth being defended. And then with the Six of Wands underneath it, you know, together, I just feel like, you know, this is a no-win, so I might as well bring this to an end. You know, whatever this situation is. And we do have the World card coming in also as a final outcome. So there is a big ending happening for you, Capricorn. And I think it's time. I think, you know, you're at a point where, you know, you want to feel good again. And you want to feel good from the inside and the outside. Not just to, you know, pretending that everything is all right. And here we do have the Ace of Swords coming in upside down, all right? When we have the energy of the Ace of Swords coming in like this, it's like the only person you're fooling is yourself, right? Well, if I hang in there a little bit longer, you know, because the Death card is coming up here reversed, it's just like, is it going to make a difference? I don't think so. And I think you realize that. And I think you are really ready to cut ties with work situation or something that has been really, really heavy, something that, you know, you've tried to make something work, but here with this Ten of Swords, it's been a struggle. And, you know, at this point, you know, I think, you know, there's no point in continuing. And it's almost as if you see the reality and the practicality of you moving on and away from something that is just never going to produce what it is that you want it to produce. This is a no-win situation, and you realize that. And once you put an end to it, you're going to feel much better. Look, I mean, here it is, the World card. It's over. It's done. I don't have to deal with this ever again. I'm just going to move on and start new and start fresh. Because, of course, the card that follows that World card is that Fool, a new beginning. So I think you are really at that point. And listen, when we have the Ten of Swords and we have the Ace of Swords coming in, when we finally say, I am done, we can turn this around and look how happy you are. Now you're in your power, you're in control, you can move forward. Because I think whatever it is, it's blocking you from your next step. It's blocking you from being able to make the next moves that you really want to make. You know, I mean, a cycle definitely needs to come to an end that you have been dealing with, that you have been putting up with. Maybe the circumstances, the environment hasn't been very healthy, because we do have the Four of Swords here coming in reverse. I mean, you've been really unsettled unsettled as to what to do. Do I end this? Do I quit my job? Do I find another job? Do I do this new thing that I want to do? When do I do it? How do I do it? I can't do anything until this comes to a close. And I feel like with this Four of Swords, this unsettled energy that you have is what you need to really pay attention to. Because, you know, it's coming in with this Sun card, coming in reversed, all right? It's just like you're not happy. You know, so if you're not happy, we got to do what we got to do in order to get happy. And, you know, and I think once you make peace with the fact that, you know, I don't want to keep going. I want to end this cycle. I want to stop doing what this is, whatever this is. And I feel like it could be, you know, around a work situation, or it could be just a situation that you were dealing with in general. You know, I think it has left you in a place where you haven't been able to rest. You know, maybe all of the responsibilities constantly falls down on you. And it's just like, I don't want to be that person anymore. You know, I'm one of these people where everybody gives me their keys, you know, because they know that I will take care of things. I will check on things. I have all, and I think you don't want all the keys. You don't want to be the one person that everybody's depending on. I think you want to depend on yourself right now. Let's take a look at what's at the bottom of the deck. We do have the Ace of Cups coming in reversed. Listen, I'm feeling like, you know, some of you Capricorns this next week may want to take a little time for yourself, all right? With the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups coming in with this Four of Swords, which is reversed, I feel like, you know, you need to start taking care of yourself more. And, you know, listen, with the Sun card as well, it's just like you can't keep pretending you feel good when you don't. You can't keep pretending that you're happy when you're not. You can't keep pretending that everything is okay when it's not. And I feel like this week, you know, it's really important that you find the time to rest. You find the time to fill your own cup, to start doing things that matter to you. All right. Now I see 3 aces here. You know, once you start doing this, you're going to feel better. All right. You know, you can't live your life for other people. You have to live your life for you. And if that means that you have to bring some things to an end, to a close, then it's time, you know, because here we have the Wish card coming in underneath these aces. So I feel like, you know, it's your turn. You know, honestly, I feel like it's your turn to quit, you know, living life for other people and start living life for yourself. And with that being said, you know, I do want you to really take the time to, you know, give yourself plenty of rest. Give yourself plenty of time to nourish yourself. Do those things that you love to do that you haven't been able to do. Why? Because everybody has wanted you to do everything else. It's your turn, Capricorn, and it's your turn to take care of yourself and turn your life around and do the things that you want to do, not do the things that people want you to do. All right? It's time for a new cycle to begin and things to come to an end. All right? So this is a week for you. This is a week for you to finally let go of whatever it is you've been hanging on to that has pulled you down, dragged you down, and turn this around and let it be all for you. All right, so that's what I've got for you for this week, Capricorn. Please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. I sure appreciate each and every one of you. And if you appreciate what I do here, hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really makes a difference to my channel. And I would love to see my channel continue to grow. So with that being said, be happy, be healthy, be kind. Take care of yourself, Cappies. And I will see you all at the next reading. Until then, be well. Bye now.